Okay, we have Jalen Catalon, a safety for Arkansas. We'll go straight to questions. How about the second row on the left here?
Jalen, you guys almost beat Alabama last year in Tuscaloosa. Can you talk about coming up just short in that game and if that performance gave you guys any confidence as you head into 2022?
Most definitely. For me, I wasn't there for sure with the team, but I was watching. Before I texted guys, said, "Hey, ball out, do your thing." But just seeing them play and seeing basically everybody shocked. But the only people that weren't shocked were us. I think we were ready for that game, and we came in, knowing that we could win that game. We came up short, but I'd say definitely that proved to show like, okay, we can. Like I said, if we line up against somebody and we play our brand of football, we can compete against anybody.
Front row here.
Good morning, AP Stedham, WHEP, Foley, Alabama. Jalen, how do you guard someone with speed versus someone who's physical?
I think that just depends. That just goes back to your technique and your tendencies and what you look at, and just knowing the player. Knowing okay, what is he good at when it comes to his routes, and what is he not. That comes from field study, and so that's why I diagnose and look at it and say, okay, he's good at this, but he's not so much used in this. So I think if you diagnose those tendencies and stuff, I think you can kind of break that down to the notch.
Go to your right, third row.
Jalen, Tyler Shaw with KBTX in College Station. After taking such a big leap forward last year as a team, do you feel like it's going to be any more difficult to keep up that sustained success going forward?
I don't think so, because I think our habits align the same way. We didn't look at last year and we just kind of, say, okay, we're satisfied. No, we were hungry to be even better. So, I felt like we went even harder. We said we got to go even harder because, we don't want to repeat last year. We want to be better. Like I said, last year was a great year, but I always say to the team, last year was last year. It's 2022 now, so it's a new year. Everybody's looking to, start off right and, try to make it to the top, just like how we are. So I say we got to attack every single day and just get 1% better, and then if we do that, we can progress off last year.
To your left in the back row.
Dan Peck, ESPN 106.7. What can you tell us about Barry Odom? It seems like his former players rave about, as a coach and a player, what kind of guy he is, as a coach and a person, what kind of guy he is. What can you tell us about your defensive coordinator?
I say it all the time, and I'll continue to say it to the day I die. He's consistent. Every single day, he comes in. What you see is what you're going to get. He comes in ready to work. It doesn't even matter what day it is. It doesn't matter if it's a walkthrough day. It's got to be your best walkthrough. It's going to be a high-tense walkthrough because that's how he's going to coach. And he's he's a player's coach, just like Coach Pittman is. Coach Ohm's a player's coach. Every single day he's making sure the guys have everything they need, making sure they're on time for stuff, making sure that, just talking to us, not even about football, it's about life. And that's something that I always respect about him, that he's not just going to talk to you about football and X's and O's. He's going to talk to you about family and how's, the outside life, what do you do for your free time? He always wants to engage and get to know you. And so I always respect that. And, that goes down from him. And his family's the same way. Me and his family, they just love, they love the players, and they just want to make sure we have everything we need. So that's my coach. Like I said, I love that guy.
Stay on the left side, front row.
Hey, Jalen, Jacques Doucet, WAFB TV in Baton Rouge. Did you find any humor in the fact it looked like you two guys, LSU and Arkansas, traded defensive backs? Like you got two and they got two, in the whole process. And what can you tell us about Fauché and Brooks, who are going to LSU?
Obviously, those are my guys. I went to war with them for sure, and like I said, I still talk to them, here and there, just to check up on them. But they're great players, and like I said, LSU's lucky to have them because they're really good players. They did great things at Arkansas, and when you look at the transfers that we have now with Brini and Dwight McGlothern, those guys are making plays too. So I wouldn't necessarily, I don't really try to compare the two. I would just say that okay, those two are really good players, and they made went to LSU, and that's respect to them. There's all love from us. We talk to each other every day, and then we're just glad to have Brini and Dwight because they're really good players for us. And they've done really good things from the spring, and I feel like they're going to do great things for the season as well.
Second row to the left.
Johnny Condon, ABC 3340 in Birmingham. Just wanted to ask you about your quarterback a little bit. We were just talking to KJ, and sometimes on the broadcast, people kind of compare his skill set to Cam Newton when he was at Auburn. Can you tell me if you think that's an apt comparison, and just what's he like in the locker room? What's it like to go up against him in practice every day?
KJ, I've seen the comparison. Yeah, Cam Newton for sure. body type, the way he plays. But, I think if you ask KJ and, me talking with KJ, KJ definitely models his game after him. But at the end of the day, KJ wants to be KJ. When it's all said and done, he wants to say, I did it, my own way, for sure. But KJ's a team player. KJ's always, want to make sure he's right himself so he can be right for us. He's always holding everybody accountable in workouts when we do skills and drills and stuff like that. So he's a great quarterback, great leader, and like I said, that's my quarterback.
You have a question in the third row? Go ahead, right there. Go ahead and ask your question. Yeah.
Anthony Patterson with the Atlanta Boys. I asked KJ about the Georgia game last year. He said basically kind of helped humble you guys a little bit. For you, what do you remember about that game, and what did you take away?
From that game, like I said, I agree with KJ. I think it was humbling. I think I gave hats off to Georgia. I mean, they were a really good team. I mean, they had a lot of great players. Like I said, you saw a lot of players went pro from that team. So they were just, I think at that point we just looked at it and we just said, okay, that's the level we want to be at. We want to be a dominant football team like that. Definitely we went in thinking that we could win for sure. But, of course, that wasn't the outcome. But we looked at that game and we said, okay, now we just got to get better off that game. And so we definitely look at that as a humbling experience for us.
Front row again.
What did the way you won the LSU game last year, right? You intercept the pass in overtime, and what did that win mean for you guys? And what does it seems like every time LSU goes to Arkansas, the people there talk about this is our biggest home game of the year. It means a lot to boot. What are your thoughts on that?
Most definitely. I got family down from Louisiana as well, so it's a game for me too. It's personal for me as well. But I mean, I think we look at it and say it doesn't matter what game it is, whether it's LSU or whether it's Ole Miss, Georgia, Bama. I mean, every game. I mean, it's gonna be a battle. We gotta go play. So I think every single game we look at, we're gonna say, it's personal for us for sure. So, like I said, I mean, LSU, that's a personal game for a lot of some folks who are from LSU or from Louisiana for sure. So it's gonna be another exciting game, and I'm excited for it.
To your right, third row.
How big of a game was when you guys beat Texas A&M last year? Snapping that 9-game losing streak, and then just how much are you looking forward to playing them again this year?
That was definitely. I mean, it was a great feeling for us. Finally snapping that losing on the streak against them, and finally coming out on top. But I always look at, like I said, when it comes to our mindset. I mean, that was last year. I know they're coming hungry to, be back on top on us, and I know we're trying to, keep that going. So. Like I said, I think the game is going to be another, 4-quarter game, and we have to come out on top. We're going to have to go back to our off-season training of, just paying attention to the details and, like I said, just having a blue chip and keeping that going. So it's going to be an exciting game for sure once again.
We'll go to the back row again.
How important is breaking the streak against Auburn? The last couple of years, those games have been fairly unusual, and they've been very competitive, but they've gone Auburn's way. Is that a goal for the team this year to finally get over that hill and beat Auburn?
I would say, I mean, I look at it and say every single game we come in, of course we're trying to win. So I don't think really looking at records or streaks or saying, okay, it's like a losing streak or we have a winning streak, let's keep it going. No, we're just every single day we're trying to be every single week we're trying to be 1-0. So whoever's in front of us, we're just trying to be 1-0. So that's who we're going to focus on, and that's who we're going to go at it. So as far as I know right now, our focus is going to fall camp as healthy as possible and just getting better every single day. And then when that time comes, September 3rd, we're going to focus on Cincinnati.
We have a final question. Okay, here we go.
You were talking about Barry Odom earlier, just the importance of having a coordinator now. I think it's 3 straight years learning under him. How much does consistency go into performance on the field for you?
I think, it impacts everything for sure, because if you look at a guy and the guy that's, talking to you and he's consistent in his word and his actions, I mean, how can you not want to go play for that guy? And I'm up here speaking, but I think I can speak for everybody on the defense and even everybody on the team that, he comes in juiced up. Every single day, every single day his goal is for us to be the best defense on that field. And he said, if you're not trying to be that, then you can't play on our defense. You got to have that mindset every single day. So we attack it like that every single day to make sure everybody's, on their P's and Q's and make sure everybody knows what they're doing. So when that time comes where the ball's out between the white lines, we're just relentless and we just play to the standard.
Jalen, thank you very much. Great job.